So, are you all ready for today's class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now today we'll discuss about the double membrane bounded organelle which are found in cell. One is mitochondria, another one is chloroplast. Okay, see it here that the mitochondria is present nearly in all cells, both in plant cell as well as animal cell. But the the
That's
plant cell contains another double membrane bounded structure which is known as the plastid. And look at here, plastids are of three types. One is chloroplast, another one is chromoplast, final one is leucoplast. Look at here, before going towards the plastid we have to first of all complete our mitochondria which is present in both plant cell as well as animal cell. In this video we will see about the structure and function of mitochondria. Now look at here,
yes, sir.
you can see that suppose this is your animal cell, and inside the animal cell you have this organelle. This is a double membrane bounded organelle which is called as mitochondria. Generally mitochondria are present in number. The singular form of mitochondria is mitochondrion. Okay, there are number of mitochondria are present in the cytoplasm of cell membrane. The number of mitochondria depends on how much activity the cell is performing. If the cell will perform more activity, then it will contain more number of mitochondria. If the cell will perform less activity, it will contain less number of mitochondria. Why?
Mitochondria.
Because mitochondria generally generates power, provides by providing energy to the cell. Hence, mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell. As you know, two energy nutrient you are intaking, one is carbohydrate, another one is the fat. These are the true energy rich nutrients. That means you consume such nutrient for energy purposes. When after absorption of digested material, like your sugar molecule, you will get the simple carbohydrate. When the digestion process will complete, you will get the sugar molecule or a simple carbohydrate. When that simple carbohydrate will reach towards your mitochondria, then the oxidation of that simple sugar occurs in mitochondria during the course of respiration. As you know, respiration causes the formation of energy. Respiration has two phases. One is the breathing phase, another one is the energy producing phase. Hmm. So the
Good evening,
phase
sir.
of,
Yes, sir.
yes, very good evening. The phase of energy production occurs in where the mitochondria of cytoplasm. So when your glucose molecule will enter into the mitochondria, it will undergo oxidation, means it reacts with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, water, and energy from it. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So,
sir.
hence, the mitochondria provides energy to the cell, means it provides power to the cell. Hence, mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the cell. Again, for future use, mitochondria stores that energy in the form of ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. Look towards the chat box. What is it? It is what? Adenosine triphosphate. Stands for what? ATP.
ATP.
Okay. Generally, the mitochondria stores the energy in the form of ATP. Hence, ATP is known as एनर्जी करेंसी ऑफ द सेल। जैसे कि हम लोगों के घर में करेंसी होता है और हम लोग करेंसी को कब यूज करते हैं, जब उसका जरूरत होता है। तो फिर माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया भी अपनी एनर्जी बनाकर एटीपी फॉर्म में इसमें स्टोर करके रखता है, और जब जरूरत होता है वो एटीपी को निकलता है बाहर से, मतलब कि वो एक्सपेंडिचर करता है। ठीक है, सो द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया generally helps in energy requirement, means it provides energy to the cell, hence it is called as powerhouse of the cell, and it stores the energy in the form of ATP. What is that? Adenosine triphosphate, remember. Okay, that's all about the function I have already discussed briefly. Now let us look towards the origin of mitochondria. Some scientist has given their thought that mitochondria was not there in when there was the old cell, means primitive cell. There was no mitochondria inside the cytoplasm. Some group of anaerobic bacteria, they are trying to living along with the eukaryotic bacteria, sorry, eukaryotic cell, and when they have entered and they have started to live generation after generation, finally they get evolved and they remain inside the cytoplasm forever. You can see here that this invasion means entry of anaerobic bacteria into the proto-eukaryotic cells, means old eukaryotic cell, primitive eukaryotic cell, for more than a billion years ago, causes the permanent retention of this bacteria in the cytoplasm, and they will later on act as the mitochondria. But few scientists, they are not accepting this hypothesis. Okay, they are thinking that no, it is not scientifically true. But some scientists believe that the old or ancient eukaryotic cell, they do not contain the mitochondria previously. Okay, few bacteria, they have adapted themselves to remain inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Now look at here, and they suggested that they both were initially living as the symbiotic relationship. As you know betterly, what is symbiotic relationship?
Someone
Yes,
Yes, sir.
someone
share
provides
share their
shelter
shelter.
and
And
another one
someone
provides,
share
Someone
their
Sir, fungi and algae.
yes, and
food.
another one
Another
provides food or nutrient. So here you can see that these both, they were living in symbiotic relationship, and later on the, मतलब कि बाद में बैक्टीरिया बोला कि नहीं भाई, मैं तुम्हें छोड़कर नहीं जाऊंगा, तुम अगर दोबारा डिवाइड होकर फिर वो दो सेल बनाओगे, हम उसके अंदर भी रह जाएंगे। ठीक है, ऐसे धीरे धीरे वो अंदर रहते रहते इन्फेक्शन करते करते, बैक्टीरिया आ रहा है मतलब को इन्फेक्ट कर रहा है ये सेल को, और इससे वो इन्फेक्ट करते करते क्या किया कि पूरी तरह इसका अंदर ही सिमट गया। और वो रहने लगा किस तरह,
Yes, sir.
उसमें एक ऑर्गानेल की तरह रहने लगा। ठीक है, बाद में जब ये सेल भी डिवाइड होके दो न्यू सेल बना, फिर भी उसके अंदर यही बैक्टीरिया पाया गया। ठीक है, इसको कुछ कुछ ही साइंटिस्ट बोल रहे थे कि नहीं, यही हो सकता है इसका रीजन, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया ऐसे ही आ सकता है इसके अंदर, पर कुछ साइंटिस्ट ने इसे इनकार भी कर रहे हैं। तो फिर छोड़ो, फैक्ट जो था हमको पता चल गया कि यही था। और इससे क्या होता है, और देखो एक एक्सेप्शन क्या है कि जो ह्यूमन रेड ब्लड सेल है, दिस रेड ब्लड सेल doesn't contain any mitochondria. Remember, each cell contains mitochondria. Okay, whether that may be animal cell or plant cell, it contains mitochondria, but this human cell doesn't contain mitochondria. And another information you can remember, it this mature red blood cell also doesn't contain nucleus inside it. Okay, you can see the central region of this nucleus, it is notch. Here it is the notch like
Nothing.
appearance at here. Yes or no? And you can see that each human cell, means WBC is there except RBC, WBC is there, platelet is there, they contains nearly about 100 to 1000 number of mitochondria inside it. But your mature RBC lacks what? Lacks what? mitochondria. It
And
doesn't contain mitochondria. This one is the one exception. Okay, now let us move towards, we have learned the origin and occurrence of mitochondria. That means वो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया कहाँ से आया और वो कहाँ पाया जाता है, इसके बारे में हमको पता चल गया. अब देखो इसका स्ट्रक्चर क्या है. I said that mitochondria is a double membrane bounded organ. मतलब कि इनका दो मेम्ब्रेन होता है, एक बाहर की तरफ जिसे बोलते हैं आउटर मेम्ब्रेन और एक अंदर की तरफ जिसे बोलते हैं इनर मेम्ब्रेन. You can see here that
Yes, sir.
sir,
look at here. You can see here that this is the outer membrane of mitochondria, and that outer membrane is permeable to certain ions and small molecule. Means ये जो outer membrane है इसके जरिए कुछ आयन और मॉलिक्यूल, आयन और क्या है,
small molecule.
जैसे कि वाटर मॉलिक्यूल हो गया, ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल हो गया, ये सब इसके अंदर जा सकते हैं. So it is permeable, means it permits, it allows the such certain ions and small molecules to enter in it. Then we have our intermembrane. Look at here. Here the brown color layer is the intermembrane and this green color layer is the outer membrane, and the space in between these two membrane is called as intermembrane space. Remember, it is what? Intermembrane space. Now you can see that your mitochondria is present in what? Cytoplasm. This is the cytoplasm. The violet color region is the cytoplasm of cell, isn't it? And look at here.
Yes, sir.
The cytoplasm is the jelly-like fluid. Cytoplasm is the jelly-like fluid which contains number of organelles in it. But the liquid part of the cytoplasm is called as cytosol. What is it? It is called as cytosol. So, cytosol should contain some amount of its ingredient, and whatever the composition of cytosol that we are seeing in cytoplasm is similar to the fluid present in intermembrane space. मतलब कि cytoplasm में जो cytosol दिखता है, जो liquid content, उसका जो composition है वो वैसा ही कंपोजिशन कहाँ दिखने के लिए मिलता है, ये जो इंटरमेम्ब्रेन स्पेस में कुछ फ्लूइड रहता है, बस वो उसी तरह होता है. ठीक है. So the intermembrane space is filled up with the fluids which have the similar composition to the cytosol, and the intermembrane space is found in between outer membrane and inner membrane. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now
Yes,
look here.
sir.
और देखो, in what is the function of the inner membrane, it will be, you can see, right? You can also write these all things as the function, but simply just learn much more about to the structure. Look at here. What is the inner membrane? What are the characteristics of inner membrane? Generally, you just have to forget about this thing. Simply listen what I am saying. The inner membrane provides the site, means the region in which the aerobic respiration will occur. Generally, in aerobic respiration, oxygen is used. So, in inner membrane, the oxygen and the simple carbohydrate, they both react with each other to produce ATP, which is the major requirement for us. Now you can see here that there are number of foldings in inner membrane. देख सकते हो यहाँ कितने सारे फोल्डिंग्स हो चुका है इनर मेम्ब्रेन में, और ये क्यों इतने सारा फोल्डिंग दिखने के लिए मिलता है. ये जो एरिया होता है जहाँ हमारा एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन हो रहा है, अगर ये फोल्डिंग ज़्यादा होगा तो फिर वो रेस्पिरेशन के लिए बहुत जगह मिल जाएगा, है कि नहीं.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the inner membrane folds number of times to increase the surface area for aerobic respiration.
Respiration.
Is it clear? मतलब कि हमारा जो
Yes, sir.
एनर्जी बन रहा है वो पर्टिकुलर कहाँ बन रहा है, यही इनर मेम्ब्रेन में ही बन रहा है. ठीक है. और ये जो फोल्डिंग्स दिख रहे हो, जो फिंगर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, इसे बोलते हैं क्रिस्टा. क्या बोलते हैं? crista. Look at here it is crista. Thus this finger like projections or these foldings of inner membrane is called as crista. Okay,
Crista.
and you can see that inner side of this mitochondria is filled up with fluid which is called as the matrix of mitochondria. हम लोगों को पता है कि जो कुछ वो मीडियम देता है उसे हम मैट्रिक्स बोल देते हैं. तो फिर the matrix of cell is cytoplasm, and here you can see this jelly fluid is also present inside the mitochondria. You can say this as the matrix of mitochondria. Okay, and generally that matrix contains what? Number of ribosome, number of chemicals like the enzymes are also present which are necessary for aerobic respiration. And it provides the site for different metabolic reaction. It contains the enzymes which are also very much important for aerobic respiration. It contains also ribosomes and the mitochondrial DNA inside it. These are two important things matrix contains. What are these? The mitochondrial ribosome and mitochondrial DNA. You can see this is what pink structure. These are the DNA of mitochondria. You have seen DNA is present in nucleus, but here you are also seeing that mitochondria is containing its own DNA and own ribosome. That means whatever the things are required for protein formation, mitochondria is containing itself. Yes or no? That
Yes,
means
sir.
mitochondria can perform its own function. For few activity, mitochondria depends upon nucleus. Hence, mitochondria is fully is what? It is not fully controlled itself. It have to depend purely upon nuclear DNA. But it contains its own DNA and ribosome. It can make its own protein. Okay. So, mitochondria is known as semi-autonomous organelle. What is it? Semi-autonomous organelle. Semi means half, autonomous means self-control, self-control.
Sir.
ठीक है, मतलब कि ये अगर खुद का प्रोटीन बनाएगा तो फिर वो क्यों अदर वो सेल के पार्ट के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट होगा. अगर एक खुद को वो संभाल सकेगा तो फिर इसीलिए इसे माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया को हम क्या बोलेंगे? इट इज सेमी ऑटोनोमस ऑर्गेनेल. ठीक है, क्यों बोलते हैं इसे? बिकॉज इट कैन मेक इट्स ओन प्रोटीन बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स ओन DNA as well as ribosome present in it.
DNA.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now let us look at here. The function. Function is, it is important for aerobic respiration. You're right, it is important for aerobic respiration. It produces energy by aerobic respiration. You don't have to write this oxidative phosphorylation. It is the part of your aerobic respiration. You learn in your higher class. Simply you will write what? It can produce energy by aerobic respiration. Okay, it can store the energy in the form of ATP. Okay, these all are the function you can write, but these are not related to you. You learn much more in your higher class. Okay, it can also make its own protein, hence it is called as semi-autonomous organelle. 4 functions are there. You have to write these 4 functions. First is mitochondria involves in aerobic respiration. Second, it can produce its own energy. Third, it can what stores the energy in the form of ATP. It can, yes, it can make its own protein by using its own DNA and ribosome. Hence, it is called as semi-autonomous organelle of the cell. So, these all are the function of mitochondria, structure and function of mitochondria, and I hope that you all have learned detailsly about mitochondria. Now, let us move towards the chloroplast. Look at here. What I said previously, that there are 3 types of plastid. One is chloroplast, another one is chromoplast. Look at here, 3 types of plastid. One is chloroplast, Another
Another
is
is chromoplast.
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 Another is
Another is leucoplast.
Final one is the
Leucop
leucoplast. Okay.
yes, sir.
Then look at here. The chloroplasts generally they contains green pigments inside it, okay, and they involves in photosynthesis, okay. Chloroplasts generally they are what? They are green in color.
One in photosynthesis.
green pigment.
That means they contains green color pigment and associates in photosynthesis. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now look towards the chromoplast. Okay, chromoplasts are colorful. That means so what will be its function? It provides different color to the plant. Okay, they are colorful nature and they provide different color to the plant parts like the flower part. Look towards the leucoplast. What will be leucoplast are generally colorless or somehow they are white in color and they involves in storage of food material. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. The storage of food.
Yes. Then now let us move towards the chloroplast. We are, according to your syllabus, you have to learn only about the chloroplast. Okay. Look towards here. Here is the chloroplast. You can see, as previously you have seen in case of mitochondria, your chloroplast has two membrane. One is the outer membrane, okay, and another one is the inner membrane. Here you can see this one is the outer membrane and this one is the inner membrane, that I have written here abbreviated as OM and IM. OM stands for outer membrane and IM stands for inner membrane, and the space between these two membrane is called as intermembrane space. What is it? Intermembrane space. This space, okay,
Space.
you can see here this space is called as what? Intermembrane space, which is present in between the two membrane. One is outer membrane, another one is the inner membrane. Then you can see here what this has its own matrix. The matrix of chloroplast is called as stroma. What is it? Stroma. You can see this jelly like fluid content. This jelly like fluid content. Okay, these are called as what? The stroma. Is it clear? The matrix, this one is what? The matrix of
Yes, sir.
Yes.
what?
Yes,
It is the matrix of chloroplast.
Chloroplast.
Yes. Okay. Now look at here. Inside chloroplast, you can see there are coin-like structures. Yes or no? Here, coin-like structure, and each coin-like structure is called as thylakoid. What is it? This each coin-like structure is called as thylakoid. It's one thylakoid, and here it is another thylakoid. Here it is another thylakoid. So you can see that number of thylakoids they are studded upon each other to form the stalk of thylakoid, and each stalk is called as Granum. What is it? Granum. Granum is the singular form. You can see number of granum are there, means number of such stalks of thylakoids are there. So its plural will be grana. What it will be? Its plural will be grana.
Grana.
Is it clear?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, that you have written that chlorophyll. The chlorophyll, sir, that one I have not understand.
I have not said about this thing. And if you see the thylakoid means towards each coin, then you can see they are not what the solid coin like structure. They have the space inside it. Okay, इनके अंदर क्या है, कुछ गैप्स भी होते हैं. ठीक है, और ये जो उसका कवरिंग है मतलब कि मेम्ब्रेन है, द मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ थाइलाकॉइड, the membrane of thylakoid is studded with number of what, green color pigments. Okay, these green pigments are called as chlorophyll. Is it clear? So here chlorophyll
Yes,
is found in where, particularly at the membrane of thylakoid, and thylakoid is present in stalk of granum. Granum is present inside matrix of chloroplast, and chloroplast is present in green part of the leaf. Would you understand how does your green looks green? Because of
Sir.
this chlorophyll, and it is found in where, particularly at the membrane of thylakoid. Would you understand?
Alaka. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now let us move towards the video to see these all things. Look at here.
Chloroplasts.
You can see that this is the ultra structure of an chloroplast. You can see, okay,
Yes, sir.
and a chloroplast generally provides green color to the plant, and it's found in number of algae, green algae like your Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra, and in also the higher plants like such green plants, leaf of the green plants or any other green part of the plants. Okay, and when you will see the structure of chloroplast, you can see here that the chloroplast generally ranges from 4 to 5 micrometer in length. Okay, and one fact, remember, plants growing in shade region contains larger chloroplast, and the plants which are growing under intense light means more light, they have smaller chloroplast. Okay, that we have one fact we have learned during mitochondria, that the cell which performs more activity will contain more number of mitochondria. Here the the plant which remains under shade contains larger chloroplast in comparison to the chloroplast found in the plant those which are in under intense light. Okay. Now look at here, there are different shape of chloroplast. Some are plate shaped chloroplast, some are cup shaped chloroplast, some are ribbon shaped chloroplast, some are also star shaped chloroplast. Okay, and even some are spherical or ovoidal in higher plants. Okay, if you zoom it out, the chloroplast is present in the cytoplasm, and here you can see the different parts of chloroplast. The covering of chloroplast is called as chloroplast envelope, and it is in two in number. One is outer membrane, and it is permeable to different molecules and ions like the mitochondria, and another one is the intermembrane. You can see here. Okay, here is the intermembrane. Okay, and you can also see that the space between these two membranes is called as intermembrane space, and even some molecules like sugar molecules, they can enter from the cytoplasm into the matrix of this chloroplast. Except that inside the chloroplast you have number of the chloroplast DNA, chloroplast ribosome, chloroplast protein, etc. And these all things are found in where? A matrix of chloroplast. It is called as
Chloroplast.
stroma. The matrix of chloroplast is called as what? Stroma.
Stroma.
And that stroma contains what? Stroma contains sugar molecule, your plastid DNA means chloroplast DNA, the ribosome, and the enzymes, the RNA, everything which is important for protein formation. Means here you can see it is also acting similar to the mitochondria. That means it can make its own protein. Hence, this is another semi-autonomous organelle for the cell. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now look at here.
Semi-autonomous. Yes, sir.
Look at here. You can also see that the coin-like structure is called as thylakoid. They are studded upon each other to form the stalk of thylakoid. And look at here. This stalk of thylakoid is called as what? Granum. And if you see,
Random.
if you observe properly, you can see that the thylakoids, they are not dense in structure. They have the gap. Yes or no? And this gap is called as thylakoid lumen. Forget about this thing. You cannot remember a lot of name in today. But you can see the video from YouTube to revision, for revision also. Okay. Now look at here. And each stalk of thylakoid is called as what? Granum. But its plural is grana. Okay. Number of granum is there. Its plural is what? Grana. Okay.
Random.
Now you can see here that few thylakoids, they are attached with each other, they are connected with each other by this strand, and this strand is called as intergranal lamellae. It is called as what? Intergranal lamellae. You can take the screenshot. Intergranal lamellae. Okay. You can see here this part. This part is called as what?
Intercanal lamel.
Intergranal lamellae. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can take the screenshot to draw the diagram. Okay. Now look at here. You can see, if you zoom it out, if you zoom the thylakoid membrane, how it will look like. Look at here. It will look like this, and you can see number of such chlorophyll and other proteins are there. They will form different parts of the thylakoid lumen. And the main function of your chloroplast is what? It captures the solar energy that is very much important for photosynthesis.
Synthesis
Understood?
of food.
This one is the main function of chloroplast. And if you see the molecular structure of chlorophyll, the green color pigment, it will look like this. Okay. Wait for a few minutes. And we have completed about the structure and function of your chlorophyll. Your what?
Chloroplast.
Yes, chloroplast, and have completed the mitochondria. Okay. Now we have to see the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Okay. Look at here. You can see the difference between plant cell and animal cell at here. You can take the screenshot. Look at here. Generally, the plant cells are comparatively larger than animal cell, whereas animal cells are usually smaller than the plant cell. Second, the cell wall is absent in animal cell, but cell wall is present in plant cell outer to the plasma membrane. Okay, and the cell wall contains different parts. You don't have to learn according to your standard. Okay, simply remember cell wall is present in addition to the plasma membrane. Now look at here. There is the plasmodesmata present in plant cell, whereas it is absent in animal cell. What is plasmodesmata? Plasmodesmata is the junction between two cell wall. Okay, look at here. If there will be two cell wall, suppose these are the two cell wall of two plant cell, and the connection between two cell is called as what? Plasmodesmata. Though animal cell will not contain any cell wall, so plasmodesmata will be absent, but plant cell contains. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Look at here. Plasmodesmata generally presents in between
Sir,
two
only
cells.
figure.
Wait for a few minutes, you can see here. Okay, when you will see that these are the two cell wall, and the junction between means the connection between two cell wall is called as plasmodesmata, and it is found in plant cell. Though animal cell will not contain any cell wall, obviously it will not contain any interjunction between cell wall, so plasmodesmata is absent. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now look towards the chloroplast. Plant cell contains chloroplast, that contains chlorophyll, but animal cell doesn't contain chloroplast. Then vacuoles are permanent and large in size in case of plant cell, but animal cell vacuoles are absent. If it is temporarily present, then they are very small in
Small
size.
size.
Then the content of a vacuole, the covering of vacuole is called as tonoplast. Though and in animal cell, in majorly vacuoles are absent, so tonoplast will be absent, but in plant cell the tonoplast is present around the vacuole. The covering around vacuole is called as tonoplast. Okay, now just look at here. This point is not important for you. Look towards this point. Though the what plant cell contains large vacuole, mean most part of the cell will fill up with vacuole, so the nucleus is present towards the periphery of the cell. Periphery means side. If you will see here, this one is the cell and this one is the nucleus, and you can see that it has large vacuole. Plant cell has larger vacuole. So what will happen? ये जो है ये न्यूक्लियस को धकेल देगा एक साइड की तरफ, मतलब कि न्यूक्लियस चला आएगा कहाँ? एक साइड में. So
Side
nucleus is present what? Along the periphery. Periphery means to the boundary. Okay, but in case of animal cell, there are very small or very temporary vacuole. So the nucleus remains just to the center.
Enter.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now look, the lysosome, which is known as suicidal bag, because it contains digestive enzyme. These are rare, means they are somehow absent in plant cell, but as lysosomes are present in animal cell. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now look at here.
Yes, sir.
Here the last part, storage material is starch grain, means plant cell whatever the metabolic process it will perform. When it is necessary to store any material, the plant cell generally stores its storage material in the form of starch grain. But the animal cell, when it is going to store its synthesized material as the product of metabolic reaction, it will store the material in the form of glycogen. So these are some points of difference between plant cell and animal cell. You can take the screenshot to write this much more. और एक बार ये जो वीडियो है इसको मैं YouTube में अभी डाल सकता हूँ, अगर रिवीजन के लिए जरूरत हो तो फिर इसे देख सकते हो। और सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि रिवाइज करो, जितना हो सके रिवाइज करो ताकि याद रहेगा, क्योंकि ये चैप्टर में बहुत सारे इतने नेम है। क्या बोल रहे हो?
You can see for revision in YouTube.
Yes. Now listen, I have to ask some question. Look at here. You have to say, which organelle is known as powerhouse of the cell? Be quick. Write in the chat box. Write in the chat box. Do not say anything. Write in the chat box. Be quick. Which organelle is known as powerhouse of the cell? Write in the chat box. Let me see how many among of you can respond. Which organelle is known as powerhouse of the cell? Be quick. Very good. Fast response from Prakash Thakur, Matru Prasad, Surya Pratap, Sandeep Jalli, Satyavrata Swang, yes. Riten Kumar Jena, Badal Kumar, Vignesh, Abhijit Subham, सौरकांत, विश्वरंजन, ओम दिनेश, वेरी गुड, बहुत बढ़िया। कितना जल्दी दे रहे हो देखते हैं। अच्छा फिर ठीक है, फिर बताओ which organelle, okay Ashutosh Pradhan, listen the question again, another question, which organelle is the largest organelle of animal cell? Write it down. Largest organelle of animal cell. Be quick. Which organelle is the largest organelle of animal cell? Surya Pratap. Okay, Baba, write the answer for second question. Which organelle is the largest organelle of animal cell? Be quick. Be quick. जल्दी से बताओ। Which organelle is known as the largest organelle of, sorry, plant cell, listen, sorry, which organelle is known as largest organelle of plant cell? Yes, Surya Pratap, it's correct. Plastid, not mitochondria, plastid, not placid. What are you saying? Placid, there is no organelle placid. Yes, Prakash Thakur, very good. It's plastid. Okay. Yes, Vishwanathan, modify yourself. It's plastid. Yes. Sagar Malik, very good. Plastid. Yes, Bignes, plastid. Very good. Sorokant, yes, very good. Plastid. Now say, which organelle is the smallest organelle of cell? Be quick. Smallest organelle of cell.
Yes.
Be quick. Be quick. Surya Pratap, very good. Satyavrata Swami, very good. Abhijit, very good. But the spelling is not correct. Try to rectify the spelling. Very good. Vishwaranjan, Sandeep Rosanjali, Prakash Thakur, very good. Vignesh, very good. Badal, very good. Matru,
Sorry,
very good. Vishwaranjan, very good. Ribosome, RIBOSOME, ribosome. Sagar Malik, very good. Ribosome, very good. Vishwasan Baral, very good. Okay, now write down the full form of ATP. Write the full form of ATP. Everybody, write the full form of ATP. Be quick. And ATP is known as energy currency of cell. Remember, ATP is known as energy currency of the cell. Write the full form of ATP. Be quick. Who will write first? Let me see. Very good, Ritesh Kumar Jana. First response. Surya Pratap, very good. Biswajit, very good. Baba, first third. Ritan Kumar Jana, Surya Pratap Naik, Matru Prasad Sahu, Biswajit Parda, and Matru Prasad Sahu, Abhijit Beura, Om Dinesh, Prakash Thakur, Sandeep Roshan Jali. Very good. बादल कुमार, मतलब कि एटीपी जो है हमारा करेंसी की तरफ काम करता है, ठीक है। जब भी हमको कोई ज़रूरत होता है फिर हम क्या करते हैं, वो करेंसी को यूज करते हैं। अच्छा, वेरी गुड शुभम प्रियदर्शन बेजर, विश्वरंजन राउतराय, वेरी गुड। विघ्नेश ऑल्सो वेरी गुड। अब तब हम क्या करते हैं कि अगर किसी ज़रूरत पड़े किसी चीज़ जो खरीदने के लिए, हम क्या करते हैं, ये जो करेंसी हम अपने घर से लेकर उसे यूज करते हैं। फिर वैसे ही माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया जो है एनर्जी को स्टोर करता है किसी पर में। ये सागर मलिक, वेरी गुड। विश्वरंजन राउतराय, वेरी गुड बाबा। वो क्या करता है, ये जो एटीपी है इसे स्टोर करके रखता है, जब भी जरूरत होता है सेल को कोई एनर्जी की तब जाकर वो एटीपी को यूज करता है, ठीक है। अच्छा फिर ठीक है, आज के लिए क्लास बात इतना ही। फिर देखते हैं अगले क्लास में क्या होता है, और फिर रेडी रहना अगले क्लास में टेस्ट लेने के लिए, ठीक है। और
Yes,
क्लास
sir.
अपने फ्रेंड लोगों से बताओ, क्लास जितने हो सके अच्छे से ज्वाइन करें ताकि वो लोग भी ऐसे क्विज से पार्टिसिपेट कर सकें, और उनका
Yes,
वीडियो
sir.
भी वो यूट्यूब में